In other news, coffee plantations in the Southern Hemisphere are failing to meet their annual quotas.
Today, here at the National Center for Agriculture, botanists fear the severity of a new blight that only seems to affect coffee plants. Multi-million-dollar Coffee Plus producers are expressing their economic concerns about the shortage.
I mean, aside from Coffee Plus industry shutting down and thousands of Americans losing their job, what about the rest of the American workforce? Hardworking Americans have been relying on Coffee Plus for over a decade, and now it's gone? I mean, what's gonna happen to the average Joe who needs this stuff to get through the day? We need to find a solution, and we need to find it fast.
It's crazy out here today, Danielle. I don't think there's a place in New York City that isn't in complete chaos. People are rioting over Coffee Plus. I've never seen anything.
I don't care how. Somebody please get my share of coffee. Please, please.
He was here. You were right, Leah.
I told you when he didn't come home last night on time, I knew this would happen. I should.
Leah, this is not your fault. This isn't anybody's fault. Now calm down. Jack. Man.
I told him this Coffee Plus stuff was no good. He should have listened.
What is your emergency?
It's an odd thought that just a year ago, hospitals were thinking of downsizing due to a lack of patients. Now there's hardly enough room for anyone. With Coffee Plus addicts either crashing or going insane, I just hope Jack and Leah come out of everything all right. Hello?
Yeah.
So Arthur, you've worked for Flowing Corp for how long now?
About 5 years, sir.
5 years without a single complaint from your supervisors. You never drank Coffee Plus, did you?
No, sir.
Not a single sip, huh? That's impressive considering the work you put in. These Coffee Plus addicts are getting loonier by the minute. It'd be best if we spoke inside anyway. Come. Step into my office, Arthur. Take a seat. Now then, back to business. You've been loyal, and loyalty should be rewarded. I have an opportunity that might interest you. But first you gotta sign here. Non-disclosure agreement.
But what does this opportunity entail, sir? Like accounting and financing, or?
Oh, it's that and so much more, Arthur. It's a ticket to a life lined in a road of gold.
Is that what I think it is?
It is indeed. Coffee Plus, my friend. Pure and undiluted. I'll be honest with you. I'm an addict myself.
But where did you get it?
This is all part of the plan, see? Pop's only told me about it recently, and it is positively delightful. Apparently, Daddy-O and a couple of his friends came up with a plan a couple years back. They started hoarding all the coffee beans that they could get their hands on after they realized that this Coffee Plus stuff was real addictive. Then they had a bunch of eggheads in a lab come up with a new disease, the kind that would only attack coffee plants, and...
Your father genetically engineered the coffee blight.
The eggheads did, yes, with his money. And now we have enough coffee beans in storage to make a generation's worth of Coffee Plus. Certainly enough to wean the entire world out of an addiction. And that's where this gets really good. My dad and his friends are the only people who have access to that supply. We have a complete monopoly over the world's only coffee source, and the world's only cure for coffee addicts. We'll make a killing.
Literally.
What's that?
Nothing, sir.
Anywho, since you're the best financial manager we've ever had in our employ, I figured it would be nice if you could get in on the action. You help us, we help you. You get 5% of the inevitable billions that we'll rake in from the proceedings.
That's a lot to take in. It's certainly a valuable offer. I have to think about it.
Yeah, it's cool. Just make sure to get back to me by the end of the week. We've got to move soon before the pot boils over completely, if you know what I mean. And do me a favor. Make sure not to tell anyone, or I'll have you thrown into a prison by the FBI for corporate espionage. That would really suck. For everyone.
Hello? Yeah, it's me. I really need to talk to you.
Arthur? Oh my gosh, it's been such a long time.
So, you're telling me that you gave them the information and they didn't do anything with it?
Yep. It would be a violation of the Constitution for them to do anything about it.
Why am I surprised? When have the feds ever cared about us? I broke the law to give them this information, and they don't care.
Arthur!
I have spent all my life working for people who don't care about me, don't care about any of us. And I've never uttered one complaint, never given one misgiving. And all they care about is the money that I make them.
Arthur!
Oh, but what do they care, huh? All this commie talk I'm spewing. I'd love to see them try to—
Arthur, shut up. Look, you've got problems and I have solutions. Take a look and let me know what you think.
This just in, a Florida Corp storehouse was raided illegally with the help of a renegade paramilitary unit. The acting CEO, Jacob Bradley, claims that the contents were highly valuable.
Massive troves of coffee beans have been found in hospitals and rehab centers all over the country. The nation breathes a sigh of relief as Coffee Plus addicts return to the workforce.
Riots in D.C. this morning have overtaken the Capitol building, and Rebel Kingsmith Party has apprehended Congress members today. They claim that several congressmen have had a direct involvement with the Floringa coffee blight that ravaged the nation's workforce. Apparently, all trials will be taking place later this month in constitutional fashion. Military leaders are announcing their support for the action, and apparently Arthur Kingsmith himself will be addressing the nation this afternoon.
Hello?
Arthur, it's me, Leah.
Yeah, how's Jack doing?
He's doing fine. Arthur, hasn't all of this gotten out of hand?
I can assure you, it's all under control. After we finally apprehend the last of the Floringa conspirators, I'll restore the federal government to the way it was.
Those people are half a world away. All the damage has been fixed. Can't you just let it go?
These people need to be made an example of the justice of the American people. To let it go would be a mockery of democracy.
Arthur!
Look, I've got a speech to give. I'll talk to you later.
Wait, this is crazy. Can't...
Thank you, fellow Americans, for joining me tonight. I'm pleased to announce that Coffee Plus addicts all over the world are recovering from their conditions. As you are all aware, all but a few of the Floringa conspirators have been apprehended and will be tried according to their constitutional rights. That small few, including ringleader Robert Bradley and his son Jacob Bradley, have found asylum in countries in the Eastern Hemisphere. But any criminal who thinks that they can escape the wrath of American justice will find themselves to be sorely mistaken. Mark my words well today, because today will be the day that America shapes the world. Countries in Europe, Asia, and Africa have denied our right to punish those well within our jurisdiction. The UN has wholeheartedly denied any say that we might have in the matter. I say that those who would claim to be our friends but refuse to aid us when our need is so dire, and when our cause is so just, are no friends at all. They may have turned their backs on justice, but they will not turn their backs on our force of arms. Today, my friends, I promise you retribution even if we have to tear the world apart to retrieve it.
As the first nuclear bombs in over a century have been dropped, Americans are terrified about what may happen next.
My God, he's actually done it.